Starts off with a roll call.
Please respond by stating present. Councilmember Ronayne.
Present.
Faubourg.
Present.
Liebelt.
Present.
Ward.
Present.
Johnson.
Present.
Econger.
Present.
Langer.
Present.
Norvstrup.
Present.
Mayor Shauneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a slight modification to this week's agenda. I think you guys were emailed, but it looks like there will be an addition to the consent calendar, which will be renewal of a retail malt beverage license for the Hub City Softball Association, both north and south, as well as information with no action required for the chamber after hours. That council packet did not include a staff recommendation form, but it was included in the communication sent to the council. I would take a motion to approve the agenda with that, with those two modifications.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Econger, a second from Councilman Ward. Does anyone have anything else on our agenda tonight? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Second item is our approval of minutes. Those minutes are from last week's meeting, which occurred on June 16th. I would take a motion to approve those minutes.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion Johnson, second Liebelt. Anyone have anything on the minutes? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
No one had signed up for open forum, so we've got our consent calendar, which has that additional item that we had discussed a moment ago. I would take a motion to approve our consent calendar items.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion Ward, second Ronayne. Anyone have anything to discuss on any of these items? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. No old business. We tidied up everything pretty well last week. So our new business segment will begin with the reappointment of Mike Erickson to the airport board for another 5-year term, ending on June 30th. Ron, no one spoke up with interest for that position in the past, have they?
I don't know, maybe Robert
I
might be able to.
don't believe anybody for the airport board has reapplied, so.
I know that Mike shows up nearly to every one of them, so I know he takes it very seriously and then always has information for me whenever I run into him about the ongoings over there. So I'm
He's
sure.
been on that board since 1997.
Goodness.
Nice.
So how does it fall into an odd, non-5-year segment for him here? Must have been.
Probably stepped in midterm. Yeah.
All right, well, 28 years deep, and he'll keep on moving forward, so that is good. I'd take a motion to approve the reappointment of Mike to that airport board, if someone was so inclined.
I will move.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson, second Councilman Econger. Anyone have any final words before we take a vote on that? Okay, then all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next, we've got our marketing update from our Chamber of Commerce. Gail is here as always. Gail, welcome to the meeting.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
I'll start by just passing out some handouts. And for everybody's. I know it's beautiful outside and it sounds like.
It's a lot of ink.
Aaron, you have a picnic to go to or
Chief
something,
have to
right?
Yeah.
Can I hear that? So I'll get this moving for you, but, good to see everybody. Thank you for having me tonight, and, as always, thank you for, trusting the chamber as a partner and helping to market the Aberdeen community for you. So tonight I'll just give you kind of a brief overview of what we've been working on here in 2025 on behalf of the Aberdeen community. And really just, to showcase kind of how our efforts support the community's goals of retaining residents, promoting local pride, attracting workforce, families, and investment. Hopefully everybody gets a handout, and can kind of go through that, along with me. Our marketing strategy focuses on promoting Aberdeen to local residents, to day trippers, and to people, interested in relocating to the community. We have a multi-platform strategy where we use radio, TV, digital, billboard, print, and local sponsorships. Our messaging is centered on promoting community pride, entrepreneurship, quality of life, and shopping local. So in your handout, we'll start maybe with digital advertising. So this is from January through June. We work with Midco and CF Digital, and so far this year have over 83,000 impressions across all platforms with the Changing the Game message as it relates to Aberdeen as a great place to live, grow, and thrive. And this year it's doing really well. We are targeting similar climates and population centers, and over the past year so far, our results are almost double what the national average is. So digital advertising is going really well. We've got our top 3 locations are Colorado, Arizona, and Minnesota, which would make sense, I'm sure. Radio, we utilize the following stations: Dakota Broadcasting with daily ads, talk show presence, relocation messaging, shop local. Hub City Radio with ads on all of their 8 stations. They match bonus time as well as Dakota Broadcasting does. And we do a lot of community event reminders, shop local messages there. Dakota Radio Group, we do kind of radio spots with them and focus on coming to Aberdeen for shopping and services rather than going to another community. And then I3G Media, which is out of Jamestown. We have a lot of people that travel here from Jamestown, and they could go somewhere else very easily. They could go to Bismarck, and so we want to encourage them to Aberdeen as a hub of services for them, and that's kind of our radio advertising. This summer, you'll hear a lot of shop local. You're picking a lot of events. We want people to kind of have a staycation right here in Aberdeen with all of the things we have available for them to do. On television section, we have been doing quite a bit of television this year. We work with Teleland, a lot of impressions there, 240,000 plus through the last 6 months. And we do messaging with community pride, also entrepreneurship, and I'll show those commercials here shortly. Do a lot with Midco Sports for the SIC and Summit League tournaments so far this year, focusing on kind of regional draw, economic vitality. Dakota News Now as well, and then ICANN advertising, where we're on quite a few cable networks, Hallmark, Bravo, Food Network, some of my favorites, mostly in that Sioux Falls market. We know there are a lot of people in the Sioux Falls market that don't even know what we have to offer here in Aberdeen. Sometimes it's surprising to us because they are really pretty close, but have no idea what's happening here in our community. With that, I think I'm going to try to show the commercial that's been running, and then the new commercial.
In Aberdeen, we're changing the game on small town life. Where close-knit communities meet big ideas.
Jordan was my IT guy. He knows I probably can't do it.
Places
Maybe.
people. Where families can enjoy time together at special places like Storybook Land and Wiley Park Campground. Discover the place that's making a difference, one neighbor at a time.
Volume is up on this end.
I thought it looked great without music.
Imagine how good it
I mean, I could sing,
Right.
but that would be pretty bad.
Right?
To my English newspaper.
I always
Oh,
think
I've
it's
seen
music.
this word.
Might not, but we'll try.
In Aberdeen, we're changing the game on small town life. Where close-knit communities meet big ideas. Our quality of life here is second to none, where beautiful places meet great people, where families can enjoy time together at special places like Storybook Land and Wiley Park Campground. Discover the place that's making a difference, one neighbor at a time. Changing the game, changing lives. Aberdeen.
Okay, let's see.
I saw the 30-second.
So that is the first one.
Video.
Let's see if I
Weeks
can.
later, they
Oops.
stopped to call me delusional when they saw
Probably
my
pop out of
26-inch
this
waist
one,
at work.
Okay. I bet I've completely screwed this up, Jordan, huh?
There's a change happening all throughout Aberdeen. You can feel it in the air. Something old into something new. Aberdeen is creating a brighter future. One business, one person, one dream at a time. It takes all of us, from every walk of life, working together to mold and shape our future, giving us all the chance to rewrite the script together of thriving in the community we love, then handing it down full of opportunities for the next generation. Changing the game, changing lives. Aberdeen.
Okay, so the summer, the first one I showed you, I think that'll start running within the next week or so. The other one's been running maybe since February, so we've been getting a lot of really good feedback on that. So hopefully you enjoy those videos and see some familiar faces and places in that. Up next, we have, we're using the new digital billboard this year that is out kind of by southeast of town. I'm trying to think if it's right by Butler, right? Or B&B Contracting over there. So it's first year we've done that. We split time with the chamber, so we each pay half of that. Chamber does it for our events and things, and then we also use it to promote a lot of different events and programming that's happening in the community. I think in your handouts you can see some of the different billboard designs that have been out there, and if there's ever anything that you all want to promote, we'll certainly do that. You can see as an example, we promoted the city council candidate forums that we had, something at Wiley Park, things like that. So we've really enjoyed having that. That's kind of a new avenue for us. The website, which is aberdeensd.com, I think you kind of have a graph in front of you there. So we have had so far this year 37,220 users. 86% of those are new, which is great. Means we're getting new people looking to the site. Hopefully that's being driven by our digital advertising and some of the new TV commercials as well. People are using their phones for that mostly to check those out. And as you can see, obviously the homepage is one of the first things people look at, but also events, housing, employment, childcare, and transportation, which is obviously really good to see. That's what we're promoting. And really the last thing is, we do a number of print ads as well in the community where we're promoting the Changing the Game brand. Also, the shop local message, we're hitting that pretty hard. We want to make sure people understand that the importance of that to keep our businesses alive and well. We also do some things such as the Roncalli Gym, the Aberdeen Wings advertising, work with the Sizzlin' Summer Nights, Downtown Concert, Aberdeen Magazine, things like that. Overall, our goal is to ensure that Aberdeen stays visible and competitive, build community pride and economic confidence in the community, encourage local spending and retention of dollars, and overall just support recruitment of residents and workforce. With that, I would take any questions you might have.
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, Tiffany.
I think all your guys' stuff is great. My only question is, how do you decide which website you're pointing people to? So Aberdeen area events, aberdeensd.com, obviously the chambers if it's chamber related. I know that we've talked about how we have too many
Websites.
and we're obviously in the process of redoing ours, so I just didn't know what you decide.
Mostly what we do is point to the aberdeensd.com website. If you haven't been on there in a while, please do. That's all community information. That's not chamber information, but it has information on childcare, housing, transportation, it does link to events, which is that AberdeenAreaEvents.com site. So it just
But
kind of
does
depends what the
events-
message is. If it's an event, we'll point there. Just seems like the quickest place for people to find the information, but otherwise to the AberdeenSD.com.
And then the events one is the one that, the events one is the one that the CVB also, you guys all collaborate on.
Yeah, they host that.
But you
It's
collaborate.
available for anybody to put in, and certainly is the place where local people, I think, look for event listings, things like that.
Cool.
Go ahead, Alan.
Thank you, Mayor. Gail, great information. Appreciate it all. I just have a question and then one comment. My question is regarding page 2, the executive summary. Love the photo there. I'm just wondering, is that a true perfect rainbow over the city ARC building, or was that Photoshop?
It's a double rainbow, so
Yeah.
even more perfect, yes. I can't think of the photographer's name, and I should have given her credit here, but she supplied that to us to use for marketing. And it's a pretty recent photo, I think just within the last maybe 6 to 8 months.
Love that.
Yeah, beautiful,
that's a great
right?
promotion piece there. And I just wanted to compliment you, especially the digital ads and print ads. I think those are really colorful, creative, clear, really memorable. You're doing a great job there.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
Just another comment, compliment as well. Just want to say I just really appreciate all the work that you guys do, you and your team, to put on awesome events, as well as the collaboration that you guys have just to make a lasting community impact with the other organizations. So I think you're doing a great job. Thanks, Gail.
Well, thank you. I think you're doing a great job at the ADC too.
Mr. Mayor.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Could you talk a little bit, thank you, Gail, for
Yeah,
all you're doing. Could you talk a little bit about collaboration with the CVB and others? Just give us maybe a good example of that and what that looks like. And then also about Leadership Aberdeen. I think
Oh,
it'd be
sure.
good to promote that program. I think you had your biggest class ever this year.
Yeah, we did. So as far as collaboration, we each kind of have our own separate lanes, I would say. So we promote, locally and then within a 90-mile radius. The Convention and Visitors Bureau outside of that. But certainly, if Casey was here, he would say, every visitor is a new resident. You've heard him say it, and he's right. And so even if they're 30 miles away, they still could be a potential new resident, or they're using us for services. So we definitely market to them. So there's, some people could call that tourism. We call it really the day tripper who's doing the shopping and services here. So we really do try to stay in our own lanes, but there is some crossover. If funding is available through our fund, through city marketing, maybe we're able to pick up where they leave off. And then especially like with downtown, we really want to promote everything that Aberdeen has going on, all the events, because there is so much, right? And so that's one of the roles that we play, is just promoting those. Sometimes those are downtown events as well. Does that answer that question? Yep. Okay. And then on the chamber side with Leadership Aberdeen, so I think we finalized the class. They're actually still raising money, but this year's leadership class was 35 individuals. So I think it's the second time that we've had that many in all the years that I've been there. And so the program continues to be really strong. And I know you all know this because you know Amber. She's been part of the class and really helping to push the pump track concept, or skills track. And so they are continuing to raise money for that, probably through the end of August. And then we'll turn that over to the Aberdeen Cycling Association. And then hopefully they'll take that on and continue to work either with the city or the county on a site for that. Mm-hmm.
And if anybody likes Mrs. Renfro's salsa, friggin' Christine Wentzman, who's also part of that group, has been selling it for $2 a jar, and it's absolutely the best salsa
Really
out there.
good salsa, you bet.
And
They'd
she just
appreciate
appears
that.
to have thousands and thousands of them to liquidate, so take advantage
True
of that.
story.
So Gail, you had made mention of targeting Jamestown. Do we have an idea that the Jamestown residents are responding and we're getting day trippers out of the Jamestown territory?
Don't have a lot of data from Jamestown. They're a smaller radio station, but one of the things that we do with Jamestown is provide Aberdeen gift cards twice a year, so in the summer and then in November for the holidays. They feel pretty strongly, their reps, that people there kind of have a choice, kind of the same as Mobridge maybe, where they want to help us encourage people to come here instead of somewhere else. And so I don't know that I have official data on it, but certainly we've been starting with the gift cards, hoping they come here and shop and utilize those.
All right. Go ahead, Rich.
Just another comment that, potentially with, I think, the investment we have in Placer AI, some of
Right.
that data might be easy to get pretty soon here by working together with other community organizations. So
Perfect, yes.
if you don't have that data, encourage you to take a look at the Placer. I bet we can start seeing exactly what the impact is on Jamestown and other communities.
Yeah, that's going to be a great tool for us, for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us, Gail. It's always good to see you.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
the
much.
information. Look forward to seeing you in the near future.
Very good. If you have any ideas or something you'd like us to be working on or see as a commercial, just give me a call. All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Next, we've got a public hearing and possible approval of a one-day on-sale beer, wine, and cider license for the Chamber after-hours event, and this is one of those ones that we had added. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so we have one more event for that category as well. So Gail is here to talk about it, but my assumption is that we could probably make it happen without. Would someone care to make a motion to approve those one-day retail licenses?
Move to approve.
Got a motion from Councilwoman Langer and a second from Councilman Knobstrup. Anyone have anything to contribute before we take a vote? No? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Next, we've got a similar action. It's a public hearing and possible approval of a new retail on-sale malt beverage and South Dakota wine license for Catherine Infante, which will be doing business as Bistro 42 at the old Erica's Bar location. Final inspection and certification of occupancy before operating will be performed by the South Dakota Department of Health. Would someone care to make a motion on that license?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion Ronay, second Ward. Anyone have anything before we take a vote? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next, we've got a possible approval to pay number 4 for $39,326.90 to Climate Control for water treatment heat exchanger improvement projects. Mr. Stu Nelson from that department. Stu, what can you tell us about the work performed over there?
Thank you, Mayor. Excuse me. So this has been an ongoing project for some time, and it is actually, the heat exchanger has been installed for, I think, since the end of March. There were some little minor punch list items that needed to be finished up before we released the retainage, which is really all this pay request is, just retainage on the project. So everything's done and hooked up and functioning.
Move to approve.
Second.
I've got a motion from Councilman Johnson, second from Councilwoman Liebelt. Anyone have any questions about the final payment on this project out there? Sounds like things are moving in the right direction as far as equipment is concerned out there. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
We're making improvements on a weekly basis, getting things into shape.
Thank you, Stu. It's a payment. So Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Ward.
Abstain.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Econger.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Norvstrup.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
I also will abstain, but the motions the votes are there to pass this one. It does approve. Next, we've got a review and approval of our claims and payroll bills this week, of course, June 23rd. Take a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Motion Knobstrup, second Ronayne. Jordan?
Councilmember Norvstrup,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Econger,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Ward,
Abstain.
Councilmember Liebelt,
Aye.
Fauberg,
I accept the payment to Dakota Bank.
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
I accept the payment to climate control. Motion does carry. City managers report. Robin, what have you got here this evening?
Few items. We did complete the review with all the departments. As of today, we had a long day of meeting with Stu, unfortunately, for him, not for us. No, it was good. It's always enlightening to be able to visit with everybody and kind of get their vision for what the next year or beyond looks like. And so we pulled a lot of information out of that. But I'm glad it's done too. Now Jordan gets to start the hard work. I did go to the Homes Are Possible 25th celebration last week. It was well attended. I did miss I don't know if you call it a meet and greet. Brad Wolf did a deal at the library last week at the same time. Sounded like that was also very well attended. So, and happy that Brad's in that role, and hopefully things are going well for him in that. Also, I will be gone starting Wednesday. I'll be gone for a few days. I've got a sibling that has a birthday, so we'll be going to the Outer Banks with my family for 5 days. So I will be in contact with the office, but I won't be in the office. And then last but not least, we did the posting for my job position on Friday, so that process is starting. So
Will
that's all
you be
I've got.
applying?
What's that?
Will you be applying?
Unlikely. I probably wouldn't qualify. So
I also would like to make mention that it's Councilwoman Langer's final meeting with us here after 5 years in the role of serving the Southeast District of Aberdeen. So thank you for serving with us here, Councilwoman Langer. It takes a big commitment, as all of you know, to make it through that, and the people in your district appreciate your dedication and the work that you've done.
Thank you.
We're going to do our best to get that park down there, and we already got the stoplight. What else can we do? We'll continue to look out for your area, but appreciate everything that you've done.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
I just want to thank Councilwoman Langer too for I wasn't even on council when you ran, but I still remember your signs and the dinosaur costume and all the funny things that you did to bring attention just to the importance of voting, and the energy that you brought in a time that was really uncertain in our community. And I think you always brought energy to everything you did on council, and I appreciate that about you. You bring the juice. Whatever you do it completely. And so thanks for giving us so much and giving the city so much over the last 5 years. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, so if there's nothing further, and Tiffany, have you got any final words?
I got nothing.
Okay.
Looking forward to getting some city business.
There you go. There you go. The $5,000 limit
Yes.
will hereby be rescinded for her personal business
So
endeavors.
thankful for that.
All right, well, I would take a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Moved.
Second.
Motion Renee, second Langen. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.